Happy Sunday, you amazing friends, and welcome back to a Sunday live stream there. So good having you all with us. If you've just tuned in, happy Sunday to you and wishing you the best. So good to have you all with us. And I just want to say a big thank you to you amazing people. And firstly, thank you for tuning in on a Sunday. If you're here live, you know the deal. Drop that like, share, comment. Love to see what you're thinking and hit me up with your questions. And number two, you're watching the recording of this, feel free to direct message me anytime. Any LinkedIn questions, hit me up. And like always, as you know, if you jump on an Ed live stream, the first thing I do is to make myself feel good, is I'll do two things. I'll get out my phone, number one. And number two, I will make sure that the live stream is actually working. I suppose I always dread this time where one day I'll do a live stream and no one's watching. There you go. So there you go. Just sharing it as well to our business page. The live stream's looking good, and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone for all your support. And make sure you can hear me all right. In fact, actually, LinkedIn automatically transcribes for you. Now, thank you for joining in today. I'm going to focus on giving you an update of what's going on, and also talking to you about how to plan your LinkedIn posts for the week. I get a lot of people who hit the weekend and then they say, "What am I going to post all week? What am I going to do on LinkedIn?" So we're going to have a good deep dive on this one and talk about it. And a few cool things for you as well. I just want to mention too, as you can see by the photo behind me, this is our Melbourne meetup on Friday. It was an absolutely incredible Melbourne meetup. Look at these amazing people, a whole room of very exceptionally highly powered people. And I gotta say, it was a legendary meetup. If you're there in Melbourne, a big thank you. And interesting, I was going to do a live stream yesterday, but I was wrecked yesterday. R-E-K-T, I was wrecked. What happened was, like always, Friday, got up super early in the morning. So I was up at 3 a.m. on the 6:30 a.m. flight to Melbourne. Great day in Melbourne. Thank you, everyone. Now, on the way home, as always, you can never just walk home. One thing I've learned about flying in Australia is you can never just walk home and everything's fine. So what happened was my flight got delayed, which is just normal, half an hour delay. That's fine. Happens all the time. But what was interesting is that when I got back to Sydney, should have taken the train back home, like the airport train. 45 minutes passed, right? And I was sitting there for 45 minutes and they said, "Oh, hi, everyone. All trains have been cancelled. We don't know what's going to happen." And the place was packed. And of course, I went to the surface, right? I was quite underground, the train station there. And no taxis, no Ubers. So by the time I got home at like 1 a.m. So I think it was like 12:45, midnight, 1 a.m. Anyway, got home, but I was wrecked yesterday. So no live streams from me. But I thought I'd come back today and talk to you about LinkedIn posting and everything. Now, I get asked all the time, "Ed, how do you keep up the content?" Now, it's easy for me. I'm like a full-time business owner and content creator. I do this stuff for a living. It's no problem for me. I'm the sort of guy who'll sit there and live stream on a Sunday, not because he has to, but because he wants to, right? And weekends are actually a good time to sit there with a coffee. In my case, I got a bit hot and bothered today. So I got a Ribena, cold Ribena. Hot Ribena works in winter, but a cold Ribena here. Helps you slam down more water. And weekends are a great week or a great time to plan your weekly content ahead. And it's a good time to sit there and think, what am I going to talk about this week? What am I going to focus on? Now, the simple answer to this question, this is where it all begins, is what is your personal brand about? If you watch any of my live streams before or work with us directly, thank you for that, by the way, you will know that one of the key things to creating really, really good content is knowing what you're posting about. So that's step one. So what do you post about? If you are a lawyer, post about legal issues. If you're a LinkedIn and business networking expert, post about LinkedIn and business networking. If you're a Facebook consultant, post about Facebook. There's a theme here, right? There's a theme here. In fact, I'll test you for it. Let's say you're a health coach. What should you post about? You got it, health, right? So that's a general idea, right? Now, of course, you deviate from that. I do a lot of stuff on travel. I do a lot of fun, different topics and that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, those are the key things that I really focus on, my powerful friends. I sit there and focus on the topics that absolutely matter to you amazing people. So that's step one. And step two, my powerful friends, is this, right? And I got kids in front of me. I'll give you some trivia, actually. A lot of people say, where do I live stream? I actually have a really old but really big kitchen, and I sit in the corner. It's got a really cool wall that you can see behind me. And our legendary kids will always come in and open the fridge. And what have they got? They got candy. Oh, my God, they got candy. They got Hello Kitty and Friends candy. So there you go. So do you guys want me to open it? Don't come on the live stream. Yeah, so oh, they got it. They got that. No, don't come on. Don't come on the live stream. They're all they're all certainly not camera worthy. Very attractive characters, but not camera worthy. But no, they're diving into. We went shopping, Asian shopping yesterday, and they're diving into all the beautiful jellies and that sort of thing. Anyway, you never know what distractions you're going to have when you're a family guy like me. Family guy. So, firstly, think about what you're going to post during the week, right? What are you going to post about? What are you going to talk about? And then you might, and I was just going to say, you might deviate a bit from that. So what I mean is, so I talk about LinkedIn, a little bit of sales, and a lot of business networking. But in that whole sort of context and mechanism, I'll talk about travel. I'll share funny clips I find in the public domain. I'll do some veteran stuff. I'll do some political stuff. So by all means, you have your lane, but you also want to be open at the same time and flexible to sharing cool content to broaden your reach. That's a very, very important thing. The second key thing is think about what you have on next week. So do you have anything in particular on next week? Like, for example, I'm flying to Brisbane on Friday. I've got basically this meetup here, but the Brisbane version, which I'm running. So I know my week is going to be dominated by Brisbane, especially on Friday. So you know, okay, I'm flying on Friday. I'm going to have all this cool airline content. I'll probably get stuck overnight. You can never trust airlines these days. If I get stuck overnight, whilst it will suck for me greatly, it's a great opportunity to create content. Hey, I'm running a business networking Zoom Monday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Sydney time. So already thinking through all the different content I've got going for the week. So I've already got an idea of what I'm already doing. And what I might do tomorrow is I might write an article tomorrow on, what is great LinkedIn content to post during the week. I might also write an article towards the end of the week talking about what is great LinkedIn content to close your week. I might even turn around and write an article, or even I might even do a live stream tomorrow talking about sales 101 and how to sell face-to-face. So what I'm already doing here is I'm already sitting here and I'm thinking through my week. And back to you, what can you post about? What's happening in your industry? What's happening in your workplace? What's happening in your business? What's happening with your clients? Are your clients up to something awesome that you can talk about? Okay, so I'd start already thinking ahead and start thinking about next week, saying, I can do this. Let's say you're more into finance news, for example. There's some good or bad financial news coming out next week. Stuff like that. You want to start thinking through what's happening in your world, what's happening in the greater world. What are some things that you can really sort of jump on and really focus on? So for me, for example, this week, Friday, I'm out, right? So Friday, I'm out. But I've actually got very few meetings booked next week. I'll be busy, but I've got few meetings booked next week. So I've already said to myself, you know what? Next week, which starts tomorrow, I'm going to do probably a live stream every day, except for the day that I travel. I'll probably write a LinkedIn article every day talking about different aspects of LinkedIn and so forth and so forth. And there's so many different things that you can really sort of focus on to get going. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to hit share screen, and I'm actually just going to scroll through my LinkedIn feed and just show you some cool stuff. So here we go. I've just been recently getting into the whole screen sharing thing. So let's do it. So I'm going to hit present, share screen, and you select the entire screen. There we go. And there we go. We're having that whole super tunneling effect. Check that out, my powerful friends. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to jump on my PC. I won't spend too much time here, just a little bit of time. Show you some of the cool, amazing things you can do. And I love how the background works. It's really, really powerful. So for example, there's heaps of different types of content you can do on LinkedIn. And this is an article I actually wrote before the live stream. I actually wrote an article on how to write legendary posts on LinkedIn. This articles are really, really good on LinkedIn. I find articles are a really good way of, if there's an idea that you want to get across that has quite a bit of detail, articles are fantastic. And here's one of the benefits of articles that you don't get from LinkedIn posts. LinkedIn posts tend to come and go, but a LinkedIn article will last for years, right? So I'm actually doing a lot more LinkedIn articles than I used to. It's been fantastic. And a lot of people have said, Ed, how come you're writing such beautiful articles? Are you using AI? I'm using a hybrid. Okay, so I'm using AI, but I was saying I'm using a hybrid. So what I actually do is I'll actually use Microsoft Copilot or Grok 3, which is Elon Musk's AI, but Microsoft Copilot's more the free, easy one. What I do is I actually write up the key points of the article that I'll run into AI, but then I'll manually clean it up. So it's mostly Ed with a little bit of AI. but it works beautifully. I read through it all, and it is beautiful content that is well written by me. We'll say enhanced with AI. So it's not AI written, but AI enhanced. So that's an example of that. I'll share a lot of people's content. Here's one of my great friends, Don Brandon. He's playing golf right now, doing a bit of boating, which is good. Oh, no, it's not playing golf, actually. He's he's a bit of a golfer, but he's actually boating right now, which is pretty cool. I'm sharing some posts of some of my friends from during the week, which is amazing. Yoko, who's a Japanese travel expert, is talking about Japan. And it's Sunday right now. So a lot of the posts are much more fun in nature, right? Much more fun in nature. And as I said before, this is me promoting our Brisbane meetup on Friday. So getting into all things. So there's so many different things that you can do on LinkedIn. And one easy way of posting on LinkedIn, and I say this all the time, my friends, one of the easiest things you can do on LinkedIn, share other people's content. I share other people's content all the time. So one of the easiest way to create content is share other people's content. So you can see what I'm doing there. Great one from Chris Williams, who we love. Keep watering yourself with good thoughts, good people, patient. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So there's just so many cool things you can do with content on LinkedIn to really sort of get yourself out there and get your brand out into the public domain. So that is this key thought I have for you, my powerful friends, to really help you kick butt for your week. Start thinking through what can you share and what can you post about. And if you have a rough plan, what you can post during the week. When the week hits, you'll be able to hammer out. And also, too, you want to be open. Things happen during the week. I might, for example, wind up in an event or go somewhere or meet with someone I hadn't originally planned, and that will give me another amazing content opportunity. So, friends, here are some amazing thoughts for you. And let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments. If you're watching this afterwards, of course, just send me a message via LinkedIn Messenger, if you like, which is really, really cool. And here are honorable mentions as well. We've got our next business networking Zoom, Monday, 8 p.m. Sydney time. Of course, love to see you for that one. And I was saying as well, this Friday coming up, the 21st, 1 p.m. at Avolo Hotels in Fortitude Valley. We've got our meetup. So if you want any details on that one, just tap me a message. Love to help. And oh my God, we've got Michelle Peel with us. Michelle Peel, love your work. And Facebook's working this time. And you know how these live streams work. If you leave a comment, you get a shout out, as long as a positive comment when you say that. I'm awesome. Michelle Peel, I get to see Michelle Peel probably this Friday. She's a legendary lady from Queensland, top marketing consultant, actually, who is absolutely amazing. So I just want to say, there you go. Get into your LinkedIn post, start planning away, start getting into it. And yeah, I get to see Michelle on Friday, which is what I'm very pumped about. Michelle, great seeing you, my friend. But now's the time to start to get into things. What about Karen Clark? There we go. Karen Clark, do I get to see you on Friday as well? Karen Clark is an amazing quantum coach who I hopefully get to. She's from the Gold Coast in Queensland. Hopefully I get to see you on Friday as well on our monthly Brisbane trip. So yeah, my friends, start thinking about your content and get planning for the week ahead. That is the best thing to do. So without further ado, I'll leave you to it. Have a great weekend. Message me anytime. And you know what? The key thing is just keep being awesome. Keep being awesome in your own unique way. And I have to bring it up as well. I'm loving the new technology. It's great having some new technology for a change. New webcam, HD. And I got to give it to StreamYard. They've got the tunes in there. They got this track called Night Driving, which I've totally fallen in love with. It's our intro and outro music. And that's too for some of you watching as well. You might start doing a bit of live streaming. These live streams, usually I found out with my live streams, I'll get about 100 people all up who'll come in and out, watch it live. But I'll get at least 1,000 people that will watch the live and the recording. So they're very well worth it. So considering I'm just sitting here 5 minutes of setup, 15 minutes, no preparation required, you get a lot of views with live streaming. It's highly recommended. But thank you. Stay awesome all. Have an amazing weekend. And before I go, we've got Fasia Naxar. Fasia, welcome. I've heard so much about you from Pratik Dave, Brett here. Well, thank you. Thank you. Pratik Dave's an amazing man too, and thank you. And if you just come in, make sure you send me a connection request as well. If you haven't connected, I love connecting with like-minded winners out there. So stay awesome, my legendary friends. Happy Sunday, and may you keep winning big on every level. Love your work.